want is early levels on drop.
In fact, what we're going to see is probably an aggressive try lane here with the well, actually, first off, rune contest, 4 against 4, Sing goes to the bounce and throws the arrow, but it's not going to land onto anyone. Now How with the rocket barrage of the Sing, he's not going to take him down just yet in the back though. Necroman damaged down and taken out. First blood the way of Fenrir with Come With Me. Soul Assumption not finishing off the Shadow Fiend. That's going to be really devastating for them as Come With Me. Right click, Fenrir, one more hit. It's all he needs and he will get it as Minuts now has Mirror Image level 1. Has to turn around, there's no ensnare, and VG 3 for 0, as well as 1 bounty rune, as Mirana got 1 at the bottom, Brood the 1 at the top, and it's going to be...
Is it going to be enough to change anything?
Fenrir spots out Come With Me, and Minuts will run over to him, but How's here with the flat cannon. Disruption to start things off, good arrow, but not quite good enough, as it just straight past. Minuts takes the full rocket barrage, has Come With Me now caught in a pretty rough position with the Dragon Slave and another rocket barrage, maybe How is caught here. No, keeps on running. Paris does not have mana for Ravage. He's got a Mango. They're probably has to. He's got a Clarity as well, so he's popped himself back up for a Ravage, but How is running past tier 2. They're actually going for an aggressive play onto How. They might find it. He's in a good position though. Call down, not quite going to clip onto Minuts, and now Song. Resets fight, Come With Me. Almost dying to that second missile. Sing and Come With Me. Time to bail the hell out. TP, run, whatever you can. Maybe give... No! The arrow misses! Flies straight through Fenrir as the Song is still up, and they don't get that turnaround they wanted. Minuts now with no TP, Laguna Blade nuke, and probably just taken out.
Middle tower is under attack.
I can't feel my legs.
They were not decisive on what to do there, but I feel like that the Naga as well as the priest of the Moon just backed off. Yeah. There was no way of turning this fight around. They were trying to attempt an arrow into stun, like you just get that. I like look at the item and I don't know what the item gives me that is it makes it worth purchasing on a Hunter at this point, especially when you're behind top lane.
Ice is just acting as a damage sink. He's actually going to take down Necroman here. 1 versus 3. Looking now for Come With Me, not quite going to find it, but his Spiralings will. Down back at bottom lane though, How, FY, Fenrir and Super say thanks Ice. You went 1 versus 3, while we can go 4 versus Rax, taking down another lane and putting this game really out of reach of Burden right now.
Dire's bottom barracks
and to me,
has fallen.
It's just like going back, item purchases, especially at this point. I feel like the way Burden United had a chance of coming back, if at all, is they have to make plays with Tidehunter. It's useful at 20% of your HP, where you get that armor.
And now Solskjaer, what can you do when you're stunned up and you down? FY rips him a new one as now they're going to the final lane of Rax. Necroman, the Flat Cannon, Light Strike Array, take down Minuts. And the rest of Burden on the retreat head back to the fountain, and it's time to call GG as VG take game number 1 in 22.5 minutes. That was a wreck.
Indeed it was.
Has fallen. Victory. Five seconds remaining.
It's not a big deal, but bottom lane, if for example he had a Witch Doctor sitting bottom with the axe, this dual lane would do completely fine against the Luna plus Lion, and now bottom lane we might actually see an engagement onto the axe here.
They're getting ready. Come With Me was up at top, but no, we're going to start off with the Fisher from Earthshaker. Soshka now stunned up, locked down. How does not have a Lucent Beam, so there's no further nuke damage, but the body block from FY is perfect, keeping them in the trees, and first blood, it goes the way of FY. Down on the spot lane, VG, good start, not as great as game number.
So a slight mistake there by How, but I believe How is just going to go backwards and aiming towards farming top lane.
They're chasing him down, will get the stun. Come With Me, no big multicast on that Fire Blast just yet, but with Minuts stunning him up, How can't TP, it's on cooldown. Fenrir should be able to get in here with the Earth Spike and save How for now, as he stick charges up, but maybe the trade-off is the Lion's life, as Come With Me still chasing. Both of them very low on HP, but finally,
heroes rotating towards
FY ready with the Earthshaker. Raw to start, Minuts caught as FY and Chance Husband Fisher actually blocking Come With Me as well. It's a great play by him. Lucent Beam slowing the retreat. Finger of Death from Fenrir will seal the deal. And a nice change up there as VG take the 2 supports. But again, then you look towards middle lane. Sing is farming towards the mech, and it is a little bit slower than you'd expect.
They want to push They have to go.
Well, they've started off on Hal, but good Fisher not allowing the call to come out of Solskjaer. I don't know if that was intended, but Hal turns around now. With his Eclipse, damage output's pretty big, but not great enough. As Sing Sing's mech keeps them all
Dire's
healthy.
bottom tower is under
Get the Cunning
attack.
Blade and back up. But like you said, Fenrir getting time to farm Blink, get experience on top lane into the Radiant. You know, we are actually fight going to start off. Come with me, walking up the high ground. Not going to find the opening just yet, as FY's positioned perfectly up on top of this ramp. They're going to start things off with axes, the Lucent Beam, and now the Fisher onto 3. Fenrir, 3-man Spike, and Necroman drops so low that the Sonic Wave just finishes him off. Solskjaer can't blink onto anyone, and now he's stuck in the middle of 3 heroes. Sing Sing is the last man standing, and there's no room to breathe for Burden United right now as they walk towards the Roche pit, but VG were one step ahead.
And I was about to mention
Roshan
how poorly
has
the fight
fallen
actually
to the Dire.
is going to start for Vici Gaming, just because Book was used, where you can send it in. It's good to push with, as well as just giving an extra amount of damage to the team fight.
Well, right now, VG are actually keeping up. They've gone behind the tower, found Solskjaer, super blinks forward, and with a Fisher, Finger of Death, Solskjaer is the one being jumped on instead of the one doing the initiation. Tier 2 will fall, and Chance Totem, and the right click attacks here, the double aura, Inner Beast and Luna Blessing from the Beastmaster and Luna, making short work of the tower. Now they're pushing up onto tier 3.
Dire's top tower
They
is under
still have
attack.
the Aegis to work around, and
Fenrir tries to come with me with the Eclipse. They're going to go further in with Minuts taking a massive amount of damage. One more hit, down he goes, and tier 3
Radiant
surely going to fall. There's no
structures are
buybacks on the 3 Burden heroes that are dead. Gyro and Viper, too far forward, Necroman, the blink stun,
Radiant's
death.
bottom tower
He does
is
have a
under
buyback
Radiant's
available,
bottom
but slowly
tower
but
has
surely,
fallen.
VG, Necro 3 on the Queen of Pain. It looks like Sing Sing just getting his mana drained while they take the ranks.
and they're just getting
Radiant's
picked off
bottom
one by one.
barracks
They're not
has
playing as a
fallen.
team. They're just getting picked off. That they see the push coming. They're not grouping up. They're getting.
Radiant's bottom
They're going into the
barracks has
fight,
fallen.
and they are in a disadvantage already, because an ogre tries to defend, walks in, dies. They walk in, die. Keep walking in one by one and just getting picked off. And that's not the way you want to approach these kind of fights. But if you want to have a shot at bringing it back to 1-1, you need to work as a team. And it looks like Burning Knight is not on par at all right now.
Over half
On the hero.
now. Solskjaer missing the
Radiant's middle
call.
tower is under
Mecha
attack.
unit, but now the raw turnaround by
Radiant's
Nuts,
middle
caught Sonic
tower
Wave,
has
the end of it will hit, and Solskjaer left alone again. Good Fisher from FY catches Heating, cancelling out the TP, and he's locked in the trees as well. Looks like they're going to lose 3 for nothing in return. VG cleans them up, and where's Hal? Hal now with Fenrir moving
That's
towards
the
the lane. That is the ultimate there. Onto the
Radiant's
blink line.
middle tower is
Necroman
under
not off
attack.
as well as he taken out by the Finger of Death. It looks like Burden United are down and out. The Yule Scepter come with me looking for one last kill, looking for a little bit of
Radiant's
pride
middle
back
tower is
from
under
this
attack.
game, but he's not going to get it. Fenrir with a Glimmer Cape, maybe the urn ticks him over. Yep, just about. Come with me, finds that, but they've got 4 heroes dead with no buyback. Minuts is the last one standing, and he's pretty much dead to rights. A super one little Shadow Strike. Enough to stop him right.
And at this point, it's just waiting for that GG call. I feel like there's no coming back for Burning United, and
Radiant's middle tower is under
it
attack.
still looks like they're not giving up.
Well, their respawn
Radiant's
times are still
middle
relatively
tower
low.
has fallen.
They're alive in 15 seconds or so across the board.
Radiant's
so maybe
top
one
tower
last
has
fight, one
fallen.
blink call into cooldown.
Radiant's
Try
top
and
barracks are
salvage
under
something
attack.
from this series at the very least. Sing Sing almost getting hit by the glaives. They're bouncing into these tier 4 towers.
Radiant's
How
middle
he's got his
barracks
ultimate
has
87
fallen.
seconds. So we're not going to see another big Eclipse
Radiant's
play, I
top
don't feel.
barracks
ISO
has
sides clearing
fallen.
up top lane. While the rest of his team has finished up mid. Solskjaer with a big blink in. Here we go. The call down to land onto How and FY. A lot of skill damage as How will drop along with that Earthshaker. And they finally get a team fight that they've been waiting 26 minutes for. Yours up onto ISO sides. Turns back with the Roar. But there should be enough stuns and damage here to finish him off before he can TP back to base. They have
Radiant's
lost,
middle tower is under
like I was
attack.
saying, it's sort of one last hurrah. Let's get some kills, lads. Let's do it. They do get a couple, but in the end, it's too late. Mega creeps. GG is called. Burden taken out by VG here. 2-0 in his best of 3.